Not everyone needs a full-on weekly, daily, or super detailed planner. So today I want to show you 4 monthly planners that may be a good fit for you if you don't need something quite so in-depth. All right, so I am a huge fan of the sugar paper, the pale pink with the black, the gold, the white. Like, I just love this theming, this color, the branding. In my last video, or maybe a few videos ago, I showed my 2021-2022 black and gold monthly sugar paper planner, and it's so pretty, and they're still just as pretty. So I'll do those in a minute, but I want to kick it off with this See It Bigger planner. Now, I did a review of a See It Bigger planner, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I remember being like, wow, that is huge. Like, these numbers are huge. The planner is pretty big. And then as I've gotten older, my eyesight's gotten just like a skosh worse. And I was recently reading a book on my phone, and I just keep upping the size as you can do the slider where the font just gets bigger and bigger. And my husband was sitting next to me, and he was like, is that really the size you're reading? And I'm like, yes, it is. So if you need a See It Bigger planner, this one is awesome. So first of all, even though it is bigger, it is still pretty thin, which I like. And let me just tell you, I love this is 24 months. I love that. You don't have to buy a planner until literally almost 2027, which is crazy. So it's got this gorgeous blue watercolor pattern on the front, which I like. So you open it up and you've got some personal information. You've got medical and financial contacts, which you probably don't want to fill all those personal details out. Insurance contacts, household contacts. It's quite a bit, right? But here you get a 2025 year at a glance, a 2026 year at a glance, and let's see, look at that. It gives us 2027 year at a glance too. So I really like that because you can see what is going on this year, but then also next year and the year after, which is helpful, especially when planning big events, right? It also does the holidays. So the holidays are listed in the column in the left, and then you get when they're going to occur this year, next year, and 2027. Now, I absolutely love this, and let me tell you why. You hear me talking about Thanksgiving all the time. That's my favorite holiday. But what's interesting is that there's a 6-day range of when it can fall the earliest to the latest. And when it's the latest, like it was in 2024, your holiday season feels really compressed, and you kind of have to plan in advance to make sure you either get everything done that you want or you prioritize just to be as the least stressed version of yourself as possible. And this tells me okay, this is Thanksgiving. This year it's the 27th. That's pretty late, that's almost as late as it can be. But then 2 years from now, it's the 25th. That's a little bit better, right? It's also helpful for those holidays like Hanukkah that change, right? This year it starts on December 14th. Next year it starts earlier, December 4th, right? So there are a lot of benefits to a calendar like this because you can see when things are happening this year and in the future, which I love. All right, so then we've got a space here for events. So you've got a couple, maybe 5 or 6 lines for each month, and then that's it. You just go into the monthly view. It comes with no lines, which I love on a monthly because the lines look a little bit too busy and take up too much space, but you still do get those holidays and a column for to-dos. So that's awesome, right? So you have all of your monthly spaces, all of your months, and then you get to the back. Let's see here. Yep, so December of 2026 is the end, and then you get to the back and you get some notes pages. So let's see how many note pages we get. We get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get about maybe what is that, 7, 8? And then you go into your contacts, which may be in your phone, maybe not. You could repurpose this page for something else. Lots of contact pages though, right? And then you end after the contact pages with the password page, which, as you're aware, I like to say don't put your passwords in here because somebody could take them. You probably want a more secure password keeper, but you've got that. A few pages for the password keeper, and that's it. So this is a really good option if you like something with a little bit more space, you want something that is a little bit bigger. It's a great option. Okay, so I'm a liar. I said the other 3 were sugar paper. That is not true. This is Day Designer. Now, this is definitely not my favorite planner because it is so tiny. Look at this. It is literally the size of an iPhone. It's the size of my hand. And I'm not saying anything bad because Day Designer has a lot of beautiful, better options if you need something bigger, but this is good if you just want a little something to toss in your back pocket, your purse, your bag, whatever. So you open it up and you've got a space to put your personal information. This is just so tiny. Look, this is, my thumb fits over an entire month, right? That's just not going to be enough space for me. And then with the thing that the Day Designer does, right? Start with the big picture, set your goals. This is in, I think, all of their planners, whether they're monthly or weekly, maybe even daily, they've got it too, right? And I just really, that's got to be size 4 font. That is so small, right? Now, another thing I don't don't love, it's fine here, is the lines. Now, if there are going to be lines on a monthly, I would prefer the light gray rather than really bold lines, but it's tiny. Look at Saturday and Sunday, right? Like you actually don't even get, you get Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday both share, I guess that's like Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th. I don't know. I don't really like this very much. You do get the month previous and the month after in the corner, and then in the back there are some of those notes pages, right? So you get some notes pages, just a couple. It does go, like I said, until June of 2027. So it starts now. It is, like it said, is a July 2025 through June of 2027 planner. That covers 2 academic years, and then the back has the holidays for 2025 and 2026. What's weird is it doesn't have them for 2027, which you'd think that it would since it's a 2027 planner, or it goes into 2027. So anyway, I would say this isn't necessarily one I would recommend because I'm not a small planner person, but if you are, this could be a good option for you. Okay, next up, these 2 are beautiful. Let me start with this one. I'm giving this to one of my friends because I told her that I was making a planner video of monthlies, and she was like, I'll take one. And I was like, okay, you can have this one. This is the prettiest. So this one is for you. It is a pale baby pink, like almost like, actually maybe it's not quite baby pink. It's like a light peach color. And I love that sugar paper has gold on everything, right? So this is a 2025 to 2027 monthly. And again, the start each day with a grateful heart. I love that it's got just like so much gold in it. It's so pretty. Just like a nice little touch. So you've got the monthly planner, a place to put your name and your email address, and then you have a calendar overview for 2025, 2026, 2027, and 2028, the whole thing. It's really nice, right? Like you've got the year at a glance. Now, this one also includes, just like the first one, which I love, the holidays and when they fall in 2025, 2026, and 2027. And unlike that first one, you get the 2028 layout, which is nice little bonus information. So you get a write it down page here in the middle, and then this planner will begin in July of this year. So it goes through July. I love these huge boxes. Remember the second planner, my thumb fit over an entire month. Like, this is so much space. I love that you have some room at the top. There's no lines on here. You still get holidays, and there's a note column on the side. And for some people, they don't need a weekly, a daily, a ton of extras. They just need a monthly calendar to keep themselves organized, right? So this goes through, what did I just say to you? I think I said June of 2027. Yep, June of 2027, and then you get some note pages at the bottom. So you get the lines on top, a little open box on the bottom, and that's it. That's the planner. So I love this. It's beautiful. I like that the cover is like not paper. It's not plastic either, but I do think if you splashed a little water on it, you don't want to spill a whole coffee on it, but a little splash of water wouldn't be that big of a deal. So this is an 8.5 by 11, 24-month planner starting this summer and going for 2 years. So I highly recommend this one, and it's just beautiful. And lastly, I love the black and white details of this. This is a planner that is another sugar paper academic 2-year 2025 to 2027. Let me just, in perspective, it's a lot smaller than this one. Look, this is my hand, but it's still gonna be bigger than this teeny tiny little day designer, right? So I love that it has the black and white details here. There's nothing written under here, so I'm just gonna leave that on there for the time being. Start each day with a grateful heart, same message, and it's pretty much the same layout as the pink one. So you've got the monthly planner information right there, put your name, the calendars from 2025 to 2028, the holidays from 2025 to 2027, write it down space, and then it jumps right into the monthly. Now, my only issue with this, and again, I just prefer a little bit of a bigger planner, is that these boxes are smaller, which is fine, but I also don't like that it's not like a super lay flat. I feel like a bigger planner is naturally gonna be a little bit more lay flat. Now this one, you know, it hasn't been broken in yet, right? But like, it's gonna be easy to write in it, whereas this one, I just feel like you're like gonna have to constantly smush it down. And once it's like a little used, a little loved, it'll be easier, but they're still just very small boxes. But this definitely could work, I think, better than the second option. So this goes through all of the months. Let's see what we got at the back. Probably the same as the last planner I just showed you. Yeah, we got a couple note pages, and that's it, right? So it ends in June 2027. You have the notes pages with the lines and the box, and that's it. You get a handful of those, and then it ends with a blank page in the back. So there you have it, 4 planners that you can purchase where planners are sold online. A lot of times you can just go directly to the company and purchase your planners there, and sometimes they have little coupon codes and discounts and things like that. But I don't know, I just think that sometimes a monthly is a really good option, because the weekly, the daily, if you're not going to use all that, you're going to get so overwhelmed by it, you're not going to use the planner at all, and then it defeats its purpose, right? So get yourself something simple, right? Maybe you just use the space in the back for some to-do lists. You write your events that are going on, and that's all you need a planner for, right? I think sometimes there's this feeling that you need just goals and like objectives and, you know, layouts and habit trackers, and it's like, you don't need all that, right? Like, that's good for some people, and that's good sometimes for a season or a month or a week. But sometimes it's too much, right? So anyway, I could talk about this forever, but I won't. I just hope that this was helpful if you're looking for a monthly planner, and this is good because then you wouldn't have to buy one for 2 years. This is the person who's purchased 2 planners in 3 months. But anyway, don't listen to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.